This is going to be kind of like my Renovation Diaries series, so sit down, grab your cuppa and let's talk renovations. Now, just to preface what this series is going to look like, it's just going to be a daily kind of update, and I'm going to just talk about whatever, and it's going to be very unedited, it's going to be very chilled, it's not going to have anything drastic going on. It's just going to be me and you having a chat about renovating. And today Pepper is literally sat on the floor biting a bone. Can you hear that? I bet you can. Anyway, today I wanted to really be very open about the journey of renovating and how I'm feeling and how we're getting on, seeing as though we're now almost 6 months down the line. And for some reason this week I feel very overwhelmed, and I don't really know what that's about. I think it's probably because I feel like there's still a hell of a lot to do. And I think when you see it visually, it makes you feel a bit more overwhelmed. I mean, it does for me anyway, and I think that's the point. However, I'm still thinking positively about the whole thing. It just does feel very overwhelming, and I think also it's, you know, we've had some personal stuff going on that I unfortunately can't talk about online, but it just means that it's like added to the stress, you know. And I'm sure we're all going through similar things. I'm sure a lot of you out there that are renovating your home go through many different things, whether that be renovation wise or something in your life that affects the renovation. And that's just life, isn't it, unfortunately? And I think, yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, anyway, as you can tell, we haven't touched this room, and I don't mind this room right now. I'm actually not going to lie to you, the biggest issue in this room is the carpet. And I know that you're probably thinking, what's wrong with the carpet? Like, it's just carpet. Yes, however, this carpet is so bad, we can't hoover it. Like, it takes us a good, like, 10 to 20 minutes just hoovering this room. Now, when I tell you that, there is not a lot of carpet space in here to clean. For some reason, the groove of the carpet is non-existent, basically, which I know sounds strange. It is strange. I can't get my head around it, and Jared can't either, which means it's not just a me problem. Anyway, I'm very excited for this carpet to go. I think it's going to be one of the first jobs we do in here. Although, of course, as you all who are renovating know, it's probably not the best idea because the floor is like the last thing you do. So we probably won't. But I want it to be the first thing we do because it's so bad, honestly. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. I literally can't talk today at all. I'm trying to say, we've contacted a construction company to come and quote us to remove the kitchen wall in order to open up the kitchen. And to be honest, I did contact this one company, and he said, I said, do you have a website or any reviews? Because I couldn't find any online, and I know sometimes construction companies change their names. So I was like, oh, just let me know what your website is, you know, where I can see some reviews and whatever. And he said, oh, I don't have a website. And I was like, well, you're not on Google either, which means I can't see any reviews, so I'm not going to trust you. Sorry, but if you don't have any references at all, I'm not going to spend thousands of pounds trusting someone that I don't have any, you know, visual qualification that you're going to be good at your job and you're going to do it on time. And so yeah, it's not great. It just wasn't a great communication. So I've contacted another company who are actually a full-blown construction company, and they're going to come out in February sometime and quote us for that. I really want to get the kitchen done by Christmas. I don't know if that's going to be possible, but I'm hopeful that it is. I don't know. Do you know what? These are the diaries of the renovations, so I'm gonna just leave her biting on her bone in this video, because I feel like it's just life, and it's part of life, and I'm not gonna hide things like that in these videos, because I want this to just be very off the cuff and very chilled. So yeah, this is my life. But yeah, I think I am quite concerned about the price, because at first I thought it was going to be like 2 to 3 grand. Like, in my mind, I'm wondering if it's going to be a lot more than that, and I've just not thought about it too much. I don't really know. So we shall see. We do have the money for it, but it's just, you know, when you're like, if it can cost less, that would be smashing. You know, and I did tell this construction company, I said, you know, my husband works for a construction style company, and he works for a group of construction companies, so he can get discount on prices. They're okay with that, which is great. And it means that we'll pay basically less, but I let them know. I basically said to them, you know, we have a whole house to renovate, this is just the start, so we'll contact you like throughout the renovation process, you know, if all goes well with this first project. So I'm hopeful that they'll be okay and that it will go well. Yeah, so it's just been yeah. Yeah, it's quite tricky. I mean, we did look online and we saw that roughly per metre of the steel joist, no, what am I saying? So the length of the wall that we are knocking down is about 3.61 metres. And online, I've done a bit of research, and a lot of places say that the cost is roughly £1,000 per metre of the wall, if that makes sense. So basically, in our case, it would be around 3 to 4k. So that's kind of the price that I have in my head. I don't know if it's going to be that. I don't know if it's going to be more, because it's a company. I don't really know. I am going to get a few quotes, because I don't want to assume that one's going to be the best. I mean, I don't know. I'm also somebody that if I feel like a company is going to do a good job and they seem reliable, they communicate well, then I will probably go with them. If not, I won't. No matter what the price is, if it doesn't feel right for me, I won't do it, because I think it's not a good enough excuse. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, that's kind of all the updates I have so far. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it right now. Anyway, that's kind of all I have today, and so I will check in with you tomorrow.